Howdy gang, and good Sunday morning to you. This is going to be a very short episode of Pool School. I've had about 3 or 4 emails lately regarding DE filters that once the person is back, first of all, the pool's pretty green and it's very cloudy, and the people are saying once the DE filter is backwashed and recharged, then the pressure is down around 15 psi, which is pounds per square inch. But what happens is several minutes later, the pressure goes skyrocketing back up to like 30 psi. So I had a client who had a similar issue. Actually, when I first started doing his pools, I went to his pool. He had a DE filter, and I went to his pool, and I noticed it was green. It was very cloudy, and he kept backwashing and recharging his filter and backwashing and recharging his filter. He said he did it about 5 or 6 times before he finally called somebody, me. And I went in and took a look at it, and I said, okay, first of all, I think you have torn grids. And the way I diagnosed that was I just took a scoop of DE, ran the filter, and put most of the suction to the skimmer, poured the DE into the skimmer, and then I watched the return ports in the pool. And lo and behold, as I thought, the DE was blowing back into the pool. So that told me he had at least a torn grid, if not several torn grids. So I said, okay, let's get a repair guy out here and let's replace those grids. So he did. They replaced the grids, and then what I did was I had to go back, and all that extra DE that was back in the pool, that was what was causing the filter to pressurize so quickly. So here's what happened. So he would backwash and recharge the pool. Some of that DE would go back out in the pool, a lot of it actually, and then the vacuum would suck it back in and it would clog up the DE filter and the pressure would go up. Every time he would backwash it and recharge it, he was putting more and more DE into the pool itself. So when his pool vacuum went around, it just sucked all that DE in massive amounts back into the filter, and it clogged up the filter, or it jammed up the filter enough so that the pressure went up. So what we had to do, number one, was I told him first and foremost we got to get the grids fixed. So he got the grids fixed, and then what I did is basically had to come out there, and I spent several hours doing this, and you're going to have to do it too. I backwashed the filter, then I stopped backwashing the filter, and then I did not, this is important, I did not recharge the filter. What I did was I had a vacuum, and again, I have a video on how to vacuum your pool manually, and so what I did was I just vacuumed the pool manually, but again, I only had to go about 2 or 3 passes on one, 2 or 3, what do you call them, channels, like when you're vacuuming a house. I made 2 or 3 swipes, and that was enough to pull enough DE back in to make the pressure of the filter go up. So then what I had to do, I had to backwash the filter again, get that DE out, and repeat that process over and over till I could get all the DE off the bottom of his pool. So if you have a pool that is green and you have a DE filter and you're noticing it after you backwash it, okay, and recharge it, within that the pressure is good, but then within 15 minutes, maybe even less than that, the pressure goes back up, chances are you've got a torn grid and you've been dumping DE into your pool, and that's how you're going to have to clear it out. So I hope that makes sense. And again, if you have any questions, you can post them in the comment section below this video, or you can email me directly, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. It's going to come across right here again, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. So I hope that all made sense. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time. But remember, above all else, have fun, be safe, and always watch those kids around water. I'll talk to you next time.